Okay, so I'm just gonna make this really fast. I had a couple things I wanted to say, and really this is just kind of like life updates, to be quite honest, or memories, because I'm still doing expressive blogging from age 0 to age 39, which is now, and I'd like to finish it before I turn, 40 years old. And yeah, so this is really what this is for. I don't expect you to really want to know me like that, but if that is the case, join me on this journey. So basically, first I wanted to say is that I'm still figuring out things from the holidays. I'm still figuring out a lot of stuff when it comes to my dysfunctional family things, how that's impacted all of us. How with triangulation, it's like a pull ball where after one person is gotten, you might think that you're not the one that's in the you know, in the line to get hit, but actually it's a little more complicated because you actually are. It's actually a pretty clever way to do things, and I think that's how my system works. That it's very clever, it's very intelligent. You know, you think you can escape something, but no, it's just kind of like it kind of like adapts to its own math. So basically, that's number one. Number two, I had to go to a mental health facility on Saturday morning, and I don't know why I want to share that with y'all, but I had a friend call an Uber for me, and I thought that I could go to class that morning. It's a dance class, a ballet class that morning, because I had a lesson later on that afternoon, and I'll share something that someone gave me from that lesson too in just a moment. But I couldn't. They were like, "No, you can't go. You don't understand how important it is for us to have resources." She spoke to me, black girl to black girl slash woman to black girl slash woman. And that made so much difference, so much of the difference, you know, because we do not have resources, right? And the fact that somebody was there for me, who also carries this look, was there with the resource, ready for me to go after they'd seen my troublesome text messages. I mean, talk about trust fall. And I was so glad I went. I actually really was going through something. And that's the thing, you have to trust your perceptiveness. That's one of my gifts. I have synchronicity where I have things align for me in a way that I kind of have an understanding of what that means. I have that. And also, I have perceptiveness. My feelings have been a compass for me throughout my life. And so that statement, facts, feelings aren't facts, has always been kind of untrue to me because they've often led me to truths. Maybe personal truths, but also real truths that can be, factual. So, anyway, I'm glad I went, and yeah, it's very important. Mental health as a black person, mental health as a black girl slash woman, because I have inherited crazy already. I've inherited a huge susceptibility to mental illness, mental health troubles. Usually silences cause that, and also traumatic experiences that cause silence and shame, and to think somebody was there. So, you know, don't be afraid to get help when you need it, okay? All right, number three. I wanted to share something that a person gave to me in my dance lesson on Saturday afternoon. And I'm so excited because as a kid, I really enjoyed calligraphy. Of course, did I ever really learn how to do it properly? Like, you're supposed to actually do it at like a 45-degree angle for, I don't know if there's different angles, maybe 30-degree angle too. But I just remember I didn't have the right pen to make the right type of stroke. But in the book that I had, I still practiced it. And they actually gave me this really pretty pen with so I can practice. I had yeah. So say that, and then also I guess I'm just me talking about myself. So this is basically a selfish channel. Um, so also today was okay, where I got a lot of things done, and I was able to start to get some holiday things done. So that's why I feel comfortable making this video now, where I feel like yeah. And I need to actually post something for modeling tonight, since I didn't get that done yet. And I would like to get paid for that ASAP. Um, because, okay, yeah, and I have a lot of things that are kind of up in the air, and I have to understand. There's just a lot, and that's why part of why probably I had to go on Saturday too, because you know I'm having to interpret different energies and do something about it, and stand up for myself, and stand up for us. So that's it. And the last thing I want to say is, yeah, I got to practice. I love reading Howard magazine about the potential. I mean, I was reading about Howard Business School, an MBA, where I have a sibling that has gotten an MBA, and just I was pretty amazed. I'm just so amazed at the potential I didn't see, is what I'm saying. It's so amazing. Could I do that? What is possible for me? And I saw a girl majoring in international business. I mean, that is just so amazing. I mean, I saw data science, which that doesn't really, but I'm just saying, it's just so amazing. Okay, and then also I practiced like language, so I was able to get an EBO and French practice for medical terminology, and which is kind of a fit after doing medical terminology spelling bees as a kid. Which again, having to deal with the fact that there's different privileges I had and different disadvantages within my family system, and I hate that. I hate that I'm 39 and finally seeing how people have been harmed. Do you know how much time that is? How can you repair something with that much time of damage? Of course, the quantum can. The quantum can. And the concept of ex nihilo, of that it's possible to create from absolutely nothing, and it's said that only God can do that. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah. All right. All right. So I hope you have a good night. And that was my 8-minute talk. And yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later.